So we're doing this again, huh? We're doing this again, huh? Oh, I like your mog when you're not in worker form, actually. It's like a little all over the place, but I kind of like the mix of colors, though. Yeah. And you got the challenge mode wad weapon. That looks sick. That thing is so sick. They're really gotta add more of this weapon type, because it just looks so cool. But like a recolor, maybe like something difficult you could do to earn it. Gonna be mistakes. Actually get a chance to go first this time around versus my boy Caligorn. You know what? While they have a Mistweaver on the team, this is a damage build dueling Mistweaver. That being said, might not even get a chance to play depending how team 1 plays. So before we get upset, he's filling the spot. Maybe he'll be able to get a big one-shots in. I feel like he'll just win by default because of battle of attrition. Like he'll just gonna win because he can heal and the other team can't, right? He's just gonna out-heal it, and a bit of damage he can do. They can't heal as effectively as he can. So eventually high enough dampening, probably gonna make it tougher. But still gonna give him a shot, yeah? Gonna give him a nice college try. Got us a disintegrate by mistakes. Just trying to see if he can beam down Caligorn, who's standing on the dragon almost nearly the entire time. But finally, yeah, Caligorn, or mistakes. That's exactly what you need, man. You need to get the fire breath. You need to get the empowerment spells, because that'll buff up your disintegrates. That's what you need to do every time. Can't just be beaming. You have to get empowerments for sure. Trinket, got himself a big roar. Do you have any CC for Caligorn? Is it going to be Stormbolt? I think it's lights, honestly. Might just be lights. If we're trying to get a bit of healing. Wall is out. It looks like he's going to end up backing up out of there. Wait, do you have 2 spatial paradoxes? Is that what that's supposed to be? Looks like you have 2 spatials. How do you have 2 spatials? Is that a thing? Trying to get a 1 more hit, deep breath right after, or you don't have any health at all? Wah! He just pulled a Houdini with himself. He literally just like flew and then died while mid-flight. That is unfortunate. Into Colossus Smash onto Leo. Caligorn trying to see if he can capitalize on some damage. Leo just trying to see if he can minimize the pressure by Cal. Minimizing it. Did use Rallying Cry though, so that is a defensive that is down for the time being. Leo trying to see if he can swing around. Might be able to get him some big damage. Disarm. Trying to see if he can wait out a little bit of burst from Leo. Blaze Storm starting to build up quite a bit of damage. Waiting for a big deep breath here. Is going to go for Frostman's Fury very soon. Parry up for Caligorn really early. Blind on a Demolisher's work though. However, now Caligorn doesn't have an answer for the Riders. Has a leap, but it's going to be gripped. No, it's not. No, it ain't. No, it ain't actually. Never mind. It does have a reflect for it, but still might just go down. Picking up a little bit of health. Do you have anything left available at all? And Leo does take it. Man. You cannot parry. You gotta save that trinket parry for the Riders. Every single time. If you make a mistake, it's just over. Nutka finally able to actually get himself a chance here. Silence instantly for Leo. As he got himself a Dark Sim. Depending what Nutka pops on himself, it's being very careful with what he uses. Blink, that is going to give Leo a blink. That's going to give Leo a blink. So if the mage just running away, you can just chase after him really quickly. Great walk is available, trying to see if he can get some damage sent in around the corner. And Leo, I think he still should have a blink, right? If he blinks right in the middle to catch up to him, he might be able to do something. He's going to get a grippy on the images instead, though, so Nutka is going to wait it out. Did you just Dark Sim an image? Or do you catch up with breath? Oh, you did catch your breath. Oh, trying to use it just defensively. But that meteor, that fire mage damage though. Hold on a second. Nutka just hits you with everything he's got. What was that? And Leo having to go for a bit of a dark pack. Does get hit with a blind right after. Full silence. Potential some damage. Ultra up for Nutka? No, it's not Ultra. It's some kind of another proc instead. Shields are up. Leo just is left with a bit of a bind. Oh my god. The Pyros just continue to shock at him back to back. He does end up sealing your shield, but it doesn't look like he gains the benefits of your talents that make the shield as good as it is. He got like a very tiny shield out of it. He's got like a very plain version of a blazing barrier, but he doesn't have like the reflect value or anything like that at all. Me's trying to see if he can get himself a cast. There's going to be Nutka blinking in, trying to go for an interrupt. Doesn't quite get, but the damage is still making its way through. Ultra up for Mies, picking up a Ray of Frost. Breath for a second onto Nutka. Is going to try to see if he can shatter him. Stun. That might be a block. Nutka is going to be cauterized. Block. Block, baby, block. You have to, as Mies is going to be able to get shift in power. Nutka is, again, a bit of a bind right now himself now. Gonna get frozen out of the block. No, he ain't. Trying to see if he can blink away. Gonna have his buff stolen. Shifting power for a second. Does have Ultra. Polly is gonna get interrupted. Breath for breath. They're sure and say brain cell. Meteor down is going to end up blinking away from it. That is still a lot of damage out of the Fire Mage, though. Holy! Oh my god, Mace! Are you going to die? You might just die. He just died to the burn! Feel the burn, baby! Oh my god, Nutka! This guy right here! How you spell that name? N-U-T-K-A, Nutka! And he's just continuing to plunder Rifty for all his life's worth, but without a block, without a caught, Rifty just able to match that heat. Oh my god, that was a play! Yeah, it looks like Kay may not actually be able to get a chance to play here. Especially if Rick is, if he's gonna just end up running this town like he has been running so far. Meteor down does not quite connect, does an important portion of it, but it's gonna be a full turn for Rifty. It's gonna be a block here. Oh, block! Oh, he can't even block. Oh, he can now. Yeah, but now you gotta wait for that card. All those demons surround and you're trying to chip away at the ice. At least you can't break it, so that's good. You know, at least you're fine with that. You are playing the reflect shields, however, so you are gonna need to use them during very, very key times when you take a load of damage. Another Ring of Frost, it's over. Cauterize, I think it's lights here, honestly. Meteor down, he can CC those pets, can maybe get behind the pillar. You need a shield now. Couldn't even finish the rest of his channel, unfortunately. He does go for first aid. Hold on, he's trying to see if he can recover. Is he gonna be able to go for mage food? I think it was going first aid and then swapped out to go mage food instead. Probably should have just done the first aid all the way. Honestly, I actually think they would have done a ton of healing. He probably thought, wait, mage food is a lot more, should be a lot better heal, but no, I think first aid. At 33% dampening, first aid would at least would have got you caught up. But it's going to be a bit of damage towards Rick. He does get himself a bit of defense, but Rifty just got to put himself out in the open. Nothing else he can do. Meteor dropping in onto Rick, but there's just not much you can really follow up with Orokano Neko. Orokano gonna go for a proper opener here. Immediate trinket for Rick as he got himself Mortar Coil, spinning around like a butterfly, taking the gateway, just trying to see if he can stay away from the Feral Druid. Keep him out in the open, does have a port. That is a lot of bleeds rolling to Rick, though. With a Convoke on top of it, that could be just enough damage. Those bites could potentially be brutal. The bleeds that follow that also could be absolutely massive. Does end up ripping the soul out of Feral's body, reducing some of the damage and killing the Feral does, which is going to dampen the damage of the bleeds a little. The Axe Toss, full stun, locking him down with Fears. All the pets are in. Orokano is going to go for a full wall Overlord, not going to feel good. Taking more damage. Outpost Overlord is also not going to feel good either. Does root some of those pets, but he's going to end up getting kited back into them, however. That is unfortunate. I think it's lights. Oh no. Was the demons reconnect? It is just Rick's play here. Yo, Nutka, my man. That was some burn. Was that just a mastery build up onto the Mace? Is that what that was? That was wild. Actually wild. Alrighty, boys. Are we doing more or are we done?